Guys, this episode is brought to you by Anchor. Do you like listening to podcasts? Why don't you go ahead and make a podcast?
Yeah.
And,
why not?
And what better? Why not? Just do it. And what better way to do that than with Anchor? Because, well, Brandon, tell them why.
There's creation tools. Creation tools.
You could recreate. You can make the whole podcast.
There's creation tools. The nasty tools.
Creation tools.
You know, Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Get your ass some Anchor.
I was trying to do a 30-second read of this, but it's okay.
Let's okay,
go Creation tools.
Yeah. Creation tools.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. I've pointed out before, I think you need at least one listener. But, you know, by all means, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Yeah, But Still live. Well, this is not the live podcast, but we are in D.C. right now. Hotel pod. We got Brandon here. We got Andy Haynes. And we got Felix Biederman.
Yo.
Boy, are we tired from
Jamel couldn't be here.
He's doing family stuff or something.
He's in Virginia.
Yeah.
He said he's got to go hang out with people with kids.
Oh, man. There's nothing like, you know, performing a live podcast and then that after party. Nothing like the pod tour after parties. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
beat.
Yeah, just sort of.
I'm so tired from watching Reservoir Dogs hotel couch.
Watching Reservoir Dogs and then going to one open mic.
Not drinking.
And then going to Old Ebbett Grill.
Yeah.
That's where you guys went?
Dude, it was actually, that was the best part of the night.
Man.
Because Old Ebbett Grill.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
You've been, right?
No.
Well, you know about it, right?
I know about it.
Yeah, like congressmen either and shit. Like,
and it's open all night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that it was like open late.
Did you guys get the crab cakes?
No,
it.
I don't. Oh God,
That's what they're famous for.
I'm gonna want to go back.
We had a hilariously stupid night.
Might want to go
we were
back
all there.
round two.
Ebbett Grill was it was the happiest I ever was to see a place like that.
Yeah, me too.
Dupont Circle is probably the shittiest place in America.
That was
right.
so dark.
That's where that mic, which was, by the way, I do in retrospect, it was like dumb of us to go to an open mic after. Like I had a 6:30, I had the 6:30 stand-up show at the Kennedy Center, the 8 o'clock live podcast. Both went very well, and then I was like, you know what? I want to go do 5 minutes.
That's the play.
At a Dupont Circle bar.
It's
to
the curse of stand-up.
Drunk freaks.
Where you're always like, oh, a set? And
yeah.
You always ruin a night by going to the worst show last.
Well, right.
That was I was very puzzled by the decision by you two.
We were kind of on autopilot at that point.
Yeah, no, it was like a super dumb decision. But we knew that Jamel was going to be there, and
I was eager to go anywhere because we were literally sitting on a couch watching TV.
Yeah,
we were doing that.
I was ready to drink a cold beer somewhere.
But Brandon got his Shack Shake.
Yeah. Brandon got Shake Shack.
See, that's where I knew everything was going to fall apart.
When the night went
once I got
we were like, all right, let's roll, boys. And you're like, hold up, I got Postmates on the way.
Brandon fucking cowboyed because I was like, shit, I could eat. And he was like, Brandon just ordered a single sandwich from Shake Shack.
We were all talking about how we were hungry enough to eat.
Yeah. Just a burger.
Yeah.
Just a shroom, just a fucking
just
Shake
a
Shack
$25 one burger.
Well, I don't know. I think I turned to you. And I was just like, oh, Andy, do you want to eat? And you're like, yeah, I'm good. And then I was just sort of like, all right,
I can't ask this question twice more.
The room has been spoken for.
You were the only one that realized we weren't describing going out to get food.
Right. I was like,
yeah.
Well, I'm going rogue.
Right now, I'm trying to figure out where Dupont Circle is in the pentagram of DC.
It's the center.
Oh, right.
The center of the pentagram?
It's the center, yeah.
It is, of course, it's
the most satanic part. It's
the
the most satanic
No,
place.
Dupont Circle is so fucking satanic.
This is satanic architecture in the city.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dupont Circle, if you don't know it, it's just a bunch of fake dive bars called O'Gooligans, and then just shitty clubs. You walk by and you just hear Pitbull blaring, but it's not ironic.
No,
yeah,
it's every bar. There was a specific block where I remember we had just smoked weed. Jack was I have seen Jack be high maybe twice in my life. and we're walking by.
Full Drake mode last night.
Yeah, it's the first time I'm high. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mama. I had to do it to him.
Do you ever get nervous? I heard you fuck your girl. Is it true?
I heard you fucked your girlfriend. Is that true? Did you
These are all
really?
the rumors that Lil Wayne had to
Did you
deal with
really,
in his career.
Lil Wayne? Did you really fuck your? Did you really have sex with your girlfriend? Yeah, we were walking by this one block, and it was just like one bar was like blasting shots, LMFAO, and then like immediately like Usher, Lil Jon,
Yeah.
like just
the thing
every.
about all those bars is that they all have like I think it's like 6 to 10. If you go in and you spend like, I think it's like $40, it's open bar.
What?
So that's why all those bars are so packed.
That should be fucking illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all those bars have this open bar.
Wait, 6 to
So
10?
I can't get fucking mango jewel pods, but these 60-year-olds who work for the Treasury Department and these like young Brett Kavanaughs could just like just $40 drink to their heart's content. It's like literally
That's why
the
they're
only
so
thing they're
sloppy,
good at.
because it's
Oh yeah, because that was because we were walking around at like 1:30.
Yeah.
and there were like so many people that actually did feel
my
like
experience,
hell.
I hit 2 hits of a DC joint, and I
Yes.
got really high off of 2 hits of weed. And then it immediately turned into, my experience was like if David Lynch directed a movie about modern nightclubs.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
Yeah.
I was passing benches where it was like 3 guys wearing the same all black like dress clothes with their heads like in their knees on a bench
Yeah.
together, like passed out drunk.
I
kind of
wanted
in
to get a
seating
photo.
position.
It was like
And
weird.
then there was like an old lady with painted, like literally like a 70-year-old woman in a cocktail dress with painted on eyebrows, smoking a long cigarette on the bench with those
Yeah.
guys. Like
But-
the image was so
yeah,
cursed.
like it was like cursed, but it was very like I wish I could have like taken a photo, right? Because
Yeah.
like one guy was on one side, the other was on the other side, and it lined up perfectly,
Oh yeah,
right?
it was like the painting in Goodfellas.
Yes.
One dog's looking that way, the other's looking that way. This guy's like, "What do you want with me?"
just two like fucking drunk sad guys. It was a lot of, but you saw like a lot of men with their head in their hands.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, a
like
lot
that
of
was
that.
you
a
like
lot of people were
consecutively.
hitting rock bottom on that street.
A lot of people hitting rock bottom, and then like once we escaped that, immediately there was like that car with like it's got, what are the wings like in the back called? Spoiler. Yeah, he's got like a spoiler on the back.
Oh my god!
And he like fucking like slammed into
we
that
saw
median.
like a drunk driver wreck his street racer.
Yeah.
He like
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he had
hits the
no sense
median.
of urgency. Like he
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
ate shit on the curb and then just like sat there for a minute and he's like, adulting.
Yeah.
Like slowly backed up.
Yeah,
That
it
would
took
be-
like the
just
slowest
We're
reverse.
witnessing
Continue to
like,
drunk
like
drive
the real
somewhere else.
version of Fast and the Furious would be Dominic Toretto just drunk driving and like crashing his car in DC. Be like, oh fuck, this is me $3,000.
I missed so much. I went home and watched Dateline and ate peanut butter and crackers.
That sounds good.
Well, it's
At your-
really like
at
low,
your dad's?
yeah.
low
yeah.
risk, low reward.
Yeah.
We made it out.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did like we walked through Dupont Circle for like 20 minutes just seeing like the lowest of humanity.
Did you see any Q
was
nods
really dark.
at the Old Ebbitt's Grill?
Oh, any what?
Is that
Q,
connected?
Like, you know, Q.
Isn't
No.
Q one man?
Oh no, we didn't see any QAnon shit. There was no like senators making deals.
No, you gotta go. You gotta go while like Congress is in session.
Yeah, they
Oh.
probably have like a secret steakhouse they go to.
Yeah.
Like Moscow Mitch is being gay
Right.
with his Russian equivalent. You know,
Yeah.
somewhere underground.
Yeah, I had like an 8-ounce filet mignon.
Yeah,
You did?
Wink, wink.
That being said, I'd say we did a really good job at the Kennedy Center.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
good. We did good. I don't know if the Kennedy Center.
I think there was laughs throughout.
Oh yeah, well,
Everyone,
I mean,
no, it was-
no, everyone
it
was
went well.
fucking.
I don't know if John F. Kennedy's ghost approved of
Yeah.
our.
He would love that.
We were doing a lot of cum jokes, a lot of
Yeah, he was
jerking off material.
JFK Jr. loved it. He was in the back.
He was in the back,
He was wearing his
posted up.
fedora. He was there with Q.
Yeah.
They were cracking up.
Yeah, no, it was.
No,
was
it went
fun.
well. Andy, you were I mean, you stole the show in my opinion.
Oh,
you had
thanks,
some,
man.
You had some zingers.
Some heaters.
You were owning.
Yeah.
I definitely.
What's that? What was that Pringles can line?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
When Brandon talked about rotisserie me with him and his dad, and I said I'm just like a Pringles can with 2 lids.
That was like
that'll be on the Patreon this week.
That will be on Patreon. We'll put the live episode up there. But that was also the moment where I'm like, I can't believe we're doing this at the Kennedy Center for Performing Arts right now.
It is like, yeah, it is.
Like the Declaration of Independence is
And
framed.
also
Take it from me. Think about me, right? Okay. New York Times bestseller, got an award from Yale. Documentarian scriptwriter. Technically, all things I've done.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, I just go. The first words I said at the Kennedy Center were, I feel like the white offset. Because it's just like, you can't ever slow down. You can't ever, if you slow down and notice everything around you and you're like, see, that's why I think imposter syndrome's made up, because it just should be your reaction to everything. You're just like, yeah, no one, it's like Clint Eastwood says in Unforgiven, deserves has nothing to do with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You just got to keep going, baby.
Yeah. Ever thought about this, folks? Yeah, maybe if you have imposter syndrome, maybe you're just a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're just a fucking loser.
Well, you actually, I think if you don't have imposter syndrome, you're a sociopath. Like to think that you show up at the Kennedy Center and be like, "This seems right."
No,
I
yeah,
deserve to be here."
you're either a loser or a sociopath.
Yeah.
But you're also a loser if you're crippled by your imposter syndrome.
This
Like,
might
sorry.
Right.
This
Sure.
might be not old hat to you guys, but I also thought it was funny that nobody said a thing about you guys juuling throughout the Kennedy
We were
Center.
fucking, we
yeah.
were
Yeah, well,
ripping.
we got yelled at first. Some guy erupted. He's like, "What? Where's this? What's this smoke? What's the smoke in the room?"
Oh no, he wasn't mad at us. He was just worried.
Well, he was worried that the building was on fire because Brandon hit his jewel and like blew it in the air.
I
But we were both
ripped
at
the
it
jewel
for a second.
too
We were
hard.
just like, "Oh, are we about to get in huge trouble here at the Kennedy Center for vaping?"
Yeah, no, he was just concerned that the building was like on fire
Yeah.
because it was new or something.
Did the microphones were shorting and catching
Yeah.
on fire.
Yeah.
That was the most like 12 years old I felt in a while of like, I was like, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure who owns the Kennedy Center, if it's like the government or like
Yeah.
just like everyone who is in Jeffrey Epstein's social registry. I'm not sure, but I was like, oh shit, am I gonna get fucking arrested for jeweling in the Kennedy Center?
Right.
Like I haven't felt that way in so long, like
Yeah.
as an adult.
Yeah, like it was literally just us like in the artist lounge like ripping jewel and like drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And being like, oh man, are we gonna get fucking arrested?
Yeah.
Fuck. Rock star shit, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, EXO tour life.
Yeah.
The show's literally free.
Yeah, free
The
show.
show is like like the show, it's sold out, but it's like it's a 175 capacity room and the show was free.
Yeah.
So it was all people that like everybody there did come out on purpose, but like the stakes were pretty low for them.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's a very free show.
It's funny to me that
Yeah.
like all the other things are like, Grammy-winning jazz performers.
Right.
Operas and stuff.
No, yeah,
Operas.
literally like opera and the ballet.
And then,
and
like
all
talks for like, probably like sustainability or prison recidivism.
And then we get up there and we're like, wait, how about this? You get a boner and don't jack it off.
yeah.
How about that?
Everyone who performs at the Kennedy Center, like under an arts capacity, they are like, it's someone from Silver Springs who like learned something for 12 years that 6,000 people in the entire world like.
Right.
Yeah.
And we just look, it's populist. It's like there's a left case for what us performing there. It
Well,
was
that's
accessible.
exactly what our
Yeah.
podcast
Well,
is.
it's a half of like the comedy stuff on the. And by the way, I think the festival was super fun, and
It was great, yeah.
I had like a really good time
I
at
had
the
a great
stand-up
time,
show, also at like 6:30. But I like half of the comedy stuff at the Kennedy Center like festival thing that they do is like not even like fun, like on purpose not funny.
Yeah.
Where it's like a serious discussion with Patton Oswalt regarding joke writing. And it's like
Yo,
very
shout out
like.
Oh, yeah.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Patton. We ran into Patton backstage. Like
Yeah.
Patton just like he was there.
Came dapped us up. White
It-
Migos.
That was like that
He
was
came
cool.
and dapped Felix up.
No, well, that
Yeah.
why that was important, because it showed like I think the
And then he
people
was
at
like,
the,
"Oh, I guess we follow each other." To me,
Yeah.
and like that was the extent of it. Really, he didn't dap us all up.
He dapped me up too.
He
He said, Jack, I
guess.
love you.
Yeah. He did.
You're the
Yeah,
realest fucking person I've ever met.
you're so loyal.
I-
Yeah, Patton Oswalt turned to me and he said, "Jack, you are so loyal."
I can tell what you're saying right now is real because you're fucking saying it. No, that was good. I was glad he did that because I felt like before that the people who worked at the Kennedy Center just did have like sheer contempt for us. And then like it was like, well, look who knows me. And then they were nice. They were like, I think they warmed up to us. Like they weren't like rude to us, but I could tell that they were just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
they're like, all right, I guess like someone of some repute like knows these guys.
Yeah, they probably thought we were like some senator's kid. or
Yeah,
something, you
yeah.
know?
I think that's
like,
the vibe we gave off.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that like people get mad that like Milo speaks at Harvard, but nobody throws a fit that we talk about putting cum in plastic baggies at the, at the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
Milo speaks at Harvard. I got an award from Yale.
Yeah.
Like,
I have an honorary degree from Brown.
Oh shit.
But I
yeah, I
like
forgot
they
about
gave
that.
me an honorary degree, but I fucking lost it.
Damn.
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
It's somewhere. I don't know. I should just like
You should apply for jobs with it.
yeah.
like that's pretty cool.
You do? Does that mean you have a college degree now?
Yeah, it's like it's some sort of like STEM shit too. Like I forgot what the major was, but it was some STEM shit.
They just
Did
give
they
you a
give
math
you a degree in fucking biochemistry.
Yeah, like it was some wild shit. So I gotta apply to be a scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, become a perfusionist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon is humble.
Yeah. What is that? Is that the what is that?
One of our friends is a perfusionist. One of
Yeah.
our good friends.
What does it
Yeah,
mean?
our
Wait, Chris Lovell? Is that a
That
Chris
is not his
Lovell
name.
joke?
His name is Chris is humble.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What is a perfusionist? What do they
They
control?
work on a
Like
they
a heart
work on
rate
like
monitor.
a blood transfusion machine. I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
They like monitor it or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's like
They
it's
do
a
the
good
surgeries.
job. No,
Yeah,
that
that means they run the surgery.
Right, he said I make $50K a surgery. And it's like that's not true, man.
Damn.
That might be true.
No, it's not.
No.
Have you ever gotten a big surgery?
Well,
Every
we're
day.
not. Well, we're talking about a specific
Oh,
guy
he's
who's
like
We're
a
not
talking
liar
about a guy
guy
who's
on
lying.
Twitter.
Like,
Yeah.
When I had to get like I broke my femur and I had to get like a like a rod and all that stuff, and it was like the bill after everything was like $350,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, but
That's
like
insane.
it's not like a commission. Like I'm sure like the surgeon makes a pretty penny from it, but like the guy who perfusionist is a great job and they make really good money, but it's not like, oh, there was a big score this surgery. Here's
Yeah.
your $50K bonus. Like, I don't think it works
in cash.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way.
Sick perfusion. You nailed it.
Anyway, boys.
Do you want to talk about how you got
Heatude?
slut shamed?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did get slut shamed last night.
Fucking last night after. That's the thing is the vibes were so strong at these shows. I felt so great about the stand up show and the live pod stand up show where my parents were there.
Yeah.
Which we talk about it on the live pod. Whatever, get it. Just listen to the live pod later this week. But shows went well. We come back to the hotel. I'm feeling good, and then Jack Knight texts me like group text with like me and Zach Fox. Right? He goes, "Dude, I'm at this show, and this girl on stage just goes, my biggest LA credit is that I fucked Brandon Wardell." And he was like, I was like, who the fuck? What? And like sent me a picture. I figured out who it was, but I immediately was obviously so annoyed, right?
Yeah.
Like we've like hooked up one.
I hope nobody knows I have sex with girls.
Yeah, but like,
No.
I mean, that's just like a wild dude. That is like, imagine if the reverse though. Like, I don't want them to. I know. It's cool that I have sex. Whatever.
Sex is cool.
I don't need people to know specifically who.
Yeah.
And I also don't need. I just don't need. Like, imagine the reverse.
It also does it lowers your capital, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when everybody started getting iPhones, you're like, oh, they're not that special.
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm just mad that she stole one of my jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, imagine if like a male comic said that about any female comic. That would be wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be
imagine.
would be a
Imagine
huge
if I was
drum.
like, yeah, my biggest LA credit is that I fucked Paula Poundstone.
I was literally
That
gonna
actually
go
would be
with
a
Paula
tight-
Pound.
That
right
actually
now,
would be
man.
great.
a tight credit would be.
It was fucked up of Chelsea Handler to do that to you, bro.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the new special too.
I know.
Yeah.
Why did she?
in
It's
the
that.
middle of her woke special.
Yeah, that's how she opens. Are you are you there? Wait, what is it?
Hello,
Are you-
white
Hello,
are
white
you there,
privilege?
privilege?
Yeah.
It's me, Chelsea.
It's so cool that everyone
Yeah.
who's like tweet like. I feel like we're in this weird period where
Ugh.
like older millennials and younger Xers, like those comedians who like got on Twitter in 2009 and all their tweets were like, "I'd rape Hitler, but condoms are for Jews." # winning.
Yeah.
Like, all their tweets are
Right.
like that until like 2014, and then it's just like,
yeah.
yeah,
Like her whole thing was just like
Bring out the
For-
Mexican midget.
exactly. I was
Yeah,
literally
like, you have
about
a
to
Mexican
say.
midget on your show. She was like,
Yeah.
she did really edgy humor. Wasn't that her whole thing? Of
Her
like,
whole
and I
thing
don't
was
like, I
like,
don't
yeah.
give a shit about that old shit. Like,
No, I don't care
I
either.
don't give a shit, but
No.
it is funny that like instead of just being like, all right, well, like culture's shifted, and I guess I can't like do that as much. They're just go as hard as
They
possible in the other
overcorrect,
direction.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like their whole that they make it their whole thing.
yeah, it's just like, yeah, this shit sucks. I don't want to like hear you talk about that. To
Right.
Me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Literally
like not from you. I
also
don't
there's
know.
no way like there's no way Chelsea Handler fans like that, right?
No,
Like there's no way they like that
It's all
pivot
like
of like
suburban like wine moms.
yeah, exactly.
It's
like
her-
imagine being like for years now you've like once a year you've gone to like the local theater, right? You've gone to like whatever like the local 2,000 plus cap venue is to see Chelsea Handler tell like stories about being drunk.
Yeah.
And then one day you show up and then she's like, I'd like to address my white privilege. Like,
Chelsea.
hey, how about addressing white wine?
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler makes comedy for people who get their credit card info stolen because they installed a program in their computer that makes them look like a character in Archer. And those people like don't want to come out. And, like, they don't want to see her just go like, "This is a message to black women and black women only. I love
Right.
you." Like, what
Yeah.
the
I'll
fuck
break
are you
down
doing?
the-
None of them are at the
like-
none of them are at your show.
Yeah. It looks
Yeah.
like everyone in your crowd looks like Lebensborn.
I'll
like,
break
they're
down
fucking cut it
the,
out.
the Chelsea Handler fan is gay men that live in an area that is too doesn't have enough gay men in it, so that they are just asexual by like geography.
Yeah.
And then women that got divorced at 28, and they're doing their eat, pray, love, but not really leaving the greater Milwaukee area.
Yeah.
that is the Chelsea
No,
Handler.
and it's like I don't see why like that like they should just have comedy for those people. Like I think like
No, absolutely.
one of the like under-examined consequences of the streaming economy and the way that media is now is like just everyone has to do everything for everybody somehow. So you just
Yeah.
get this weird fucking cultural admixture of like, yeah, like now Chelsea Handler has to address our nation's legacy of slavery, and it's like, why? Why does she?
Yeah,
need to
you don't
that?
have to do
You
that.
don't.
Nobody asked for
Yeah,
this.
you
Somebody
because
else.
it's like because everything has to exhibit constant growth and constant exponential growth on profit, and everything has to be bigger and bigger and bigger every year, and you can't just be fine like just making comedy for your audience and making really good money that way, and the streaming service making really good money. No, everything has to be a major cultural phenomenon that everyone watches, and no one really likes it. No one's
I
really
think it's
giving
I
a
think it's
shit.
actually damaging because it's like everybody feels like there's nothing like resonates, nothing like sits there. It's like one week you're watching Mindhunter and everybody's like, "Whoa, fucking Mindhunter,"
Yeah.
and then the next week it's like, "Did you see this documentary about how the government is cloning us?" You know, and it's just every fucking week a new thing.
right.
Anyways, I got sincere there.
No. I mean, I think that. Are you saying like
I think it's bad. There's too much.
like our brains are like oversaturated?
yeah, like.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, like
Yeah.
it used to be like a Ken Burns 8-part documentary would come out and everybody would sit on that for a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, we used to watch one documentary a year, and that made us feel smart.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you guys seen the Ken Burns country music doc?
No, I'm sure it's great.
It is really good. The first, you guys, everybody needs to watch this. It is very good, but The first episode is very jarring. The type of racism that's tied to country music. And it's like told very matter-of-factly too. There's no like tone of voice from the narrator where it's like acknowledging that it's fucked up. But it's just like literally like the first line is just like the first fiddle shows were at KKK rallies. Like cutting to people be like, back then people just handed them fiddles down from their grandpappy. And they didn't have many places to play. They had to play at the KKK rallies. They wanted music. People wanted to dance. And so much blackface.
Yeah, of course.
Like so
Yeah,
much.
wow.
I mean, that's episode 1. But it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just weird because the narrator is acknowledging it. Just doesn't acknowledge how fucked up it is. Nobody does.
Yeah, nobody's, and it's weird to think that anybody would think otherwise, though. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
country music had some kind of like benign origin.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I know. I wish it didn't open with Ken Burns in blackface.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing
The one time he shows
Yeah, the
himself
one
in
time he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, usually I just narrate this shit, but
he's soft shoeing.
Oh.
So how do you feel? Are you shaken or
Oh,
have you
by
gotten over
the-
your He Too moment?
it's just weird for somebody to do a set at the Virgil in Los Angeles.
Do you
where
think
they're
you're
like,
gonna? That's why I have a lot of
Are you
friends.
going to call your shooters?
Oh yeah, my
Yo, I'm gonna call my slimes on you.
I think that's why a lot of comics I know choose one headshot hookups.
Oh, what does that
What's that?
mean?
Only one headshot in the hookup.
Oh, that's like a smart move. I think I'm just gonna not hook up with comedians.
That's some LA
ever.
shit. I've
Yeah.
never
That is
heard
the
it.
most LA shit.
Yeah.
One headshot hookups. You
I mean,
know?
do they
Yeah.
have to ask people if they have headshots before they do that then?
I think it's just like I think it particularly applies to comedy. I think
Yeah.
it's like don't hook up with other comics. It's too small of a community. It's so incestuous
Yeah.
already. It's just like it's
Yeah.
good. It's good boundaries.
You can't have your shit looking like the wall of
Obviously-
a hot dog place, you
Yeah.
know, with all the autographs, all the endorsements.
But obviously in LA, like it's you're gonna hook up with actors or other creatives, so that's like not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
rule.
Yeah. You've married a
I've
comic.
married an actor comedian. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a messy divorce covered by all the tabloids. When you Google my name, she's one of the sub Googles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's just sort of an Easter egg for the listeners at home. Yeah, you're like, we're not gonna say her name, but if you Google Andy Haynes,
You could find my
you're
ex-wife.
gonna find my ex-wife.
But also, when I dated another comic, they tried to put me on her reality show. Do you remember that?
Oh my God! Actually, can we talk about that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, your ex was on an Oxygen show called Funny Girls,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
which is like. It was. I watched all of it. Like I watched all of it because it was really bad. It was like I watched it like as a joke. Like it was like one of those shows that like you're like, oh, this sucks. I'm gonna watch every single fucking
Yeah, I'm
episode.
gonna buy this on DVD.
Yeah.
But the reason
There's
why
an
they wanted me on was because
Oh yeah.
I had gotten curbed by another girl on
On the
Funny
show.
Girls, and so they
Oh.
wanted to bring up that drama.
Oh,
Yeah.
that like you got curved by another cast member and then you were dating another one.
Yeah.
That's so.
There was
That's
like
so
a
funny
Funny
they knew
Girls
about it.
alum on the stand-up show yesterday, where I like she was like walking by and I was like, oh hey, good. I was like being polite and was like, good set, and then she's like, hey thanks. Like she was like she thought I was just like some rando, and I, was like,
who it was. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that. That's hilarious.
yeah, she was on Funny Girls, dude. I was just being polite because we were on the same show,
And she just thought you were a
And-
normie.
and she was just acting like I was some fucking rando.
She just thought you were a guy that watched every
Yeah,
episode
every
of
episode of Funny Girls.
And that's why you
Funny
know her.
Girls, yeah, Funny Girls on Oxygen was like wild because it was like I remember a massive plot on the show is like one of the girls really wants to get booked at the Kibitz Room at Cantor's Deli.
That's the drama. That's part
Right.
of the drama.
That's like a big drama moment.
Like, that's part of the drama that I was involved in.
Right.
It's
Oh, really?
That girl, yeah.
It's so there's like a big so one of the girls on Funny Girls on Oxygen, she runs a show at Cantor's Deli, right?
Yeah.
The deli
Jewish
in,
deli,
in
yeah.
Fairfax, yeah. And like it's a show at the Kibbutz Room that like is that it's not like a I mean
not
it's
a
like
bad
a
show,
it's
but
not a bad
it's
show.
not a
It's
big
just like
show.
a show that like 20 people show up
I mean, it's
up
at
to.
a deli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the like crux of the episode, like the main source of drama is that one of the other funny girls wants to get booked at Cantor's Deli, and she can't get booked at Cantor's Deli, and
I
it's like
think
a whole
that
thing
they
where
make her do like an audition set or
yeah,
something.
where she like shows up to like Haha Cafe in Burbank or whatever, does a set and like bombs, and then it's like the other comic being like, I don't think she's ready for Cantor's.
I don't think she's ready for the Kibbutz Room.
I don't think she's ready for the Kibbutz Room at Cantor's Deli.
Is that a thing? Like, do people? Do people?
There's shows that people do like vet you for, but this is not the show that you get vetted for.
Oh man.
This was reality
Yeah.
television
Oh, boy.
producers.
It was like manufactured drama.
yeah.
Oh no.
It's like yeah, Funny Girls on Oxygen, man. I feel like not enough people saw it.
Yeah, it's got. They can do a reboot and a marathon. And
How
I gotta
about
get back in the mix?
they got to do a Funny Girls for men.
yeah,
They got to do a Funny Girls reboot, but it's all
funny
men.
guys.
Funny guys.
It's like, Brandon, I really would love to do the satellite sometime, and you're like, all right. Meet me in Glendale. There's a bar show that I want to watch you go up on. We'll see if you're ready.
Yeah. God damn. It's that show was so funny. That show was embarrassing, man.
Everything's embarrassing.
Everything's really
Everything in
embarrassing.
comedy is embarrassing.
There's so much embarrassing shit in comedy.
It's like you go and you meet people that are like reverent of what you do,
Right.
and they're like, "Oh man, I couldn't do what you could do," and you're like, you think it's because of fear, and why you really couldn't do is because you have self-respect.
Right. You meet truly the most desperate fucking people.
It's also like we were talking about it with the open mic last night.
Yeah.
It's the most disparate. Like,
Yes.
this is like a thing that's still it's starting to change because people are starting to find like through streaming and podcasts like this like niche audience.
Right.
Yeah.
But
There's
before
like,
that,
yeah.
it was melee. Like I'll do gigs where I will go. I've been hired to do a weekend at a club, and
Yeah.
every single person hates me,
Yeah.
and they're mad, and I'm like, did you like look at what I do before you came here?
Yeah.
Like, because comedy is just this thing that people you go, hey, we're gonna go to stand-up comedy tonight, and nobody ever goes like,
Right.
well, what is it?
Nobody's
Yeah.
like, oh, let's go to movie.
Yeah, let's go see
to
music.
movie theaters. Go see movie.
Old people do that.
I guess old
I
people
remember
do
I
that.
remember working in a movie theater, and I would have like the matinee shifts, and like
Yeah.
old people would show up and be like, what's good, right? Like they would like want me to suggest a movie. Like they just pulled up, no plan. They just were like, let's go
Wow.
see a picture.
You were like,
You
I
know?
heard this film Irreversible is pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
That is the most hardcore normal person shit.
Yeah. No, I cherish my time in a movie theater. You get to, I mean, first of all, when you work tickets, you're like trapped in a booth, like a glass booth with total freaks.
Right.
I mean, it's like, I worked at an AMC, so there's tons of people that work there, and a huge luck of the draw in terms of like, you could be working with a crazy person in that booth or a cool person.
Sometimes when you'd like have like a really busy day in the movie theater ticket booth, right? At the end of the day, would you be like, man, I really snapped in the booth. I really snapped in the booth back. I really blacked out in the booth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool to work at the booth at AMC and be like, yeah, I work in the entertainment industry in the back end. I'm in the.
I am
I'm
like-
involved in the business aspect.
The management there acts like that. It is
That's
like,
so
they have
cool.
that ego trip.
That would be cool if Quentin Tarantino ran the booth sometimes at New Beverly Cinema.
Yeah.
You just go up to see the movie and he's just selling you tickets, but he's coked up out of his mind.
How would the managers act like that? Like how
Just
would-
like huge divas and like way too much respect for like, I don't know, kind of like they would get a big movie in and they would kind of act like there was an actual premiere happening, you know?
Yeah.
And like too much respect for the I mean, I got fired for like not cutting my hair. Like they like,
Oh, wow.
and it
Wow.
was shorter than how I have it now.
Yeah.
But it was just like,
I don't know. It was too long ago to even kind of remember. But there was just such a wide range of freaks. The worst one would be like I would get trapped in the booth with this girl who is like a very specific type of like homeschooled nerd, you know?
Yeah.
Where they're both very weird. And
This is Greater Chicago area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The combination of very weird and extremely confident because they've never been
Yes.
bullied for their interests.
Yeah.
And like
Not ashamed at all about their horse.
No,
interests.
yeah. And like she wasn't mean, but like I would get in there and it would be a 6-hour shift and she would just be like, yeah, I went LARPing with my family this weekend. And I'd be like, what's LARPing? And then I would hear for 6 hours out here every single thing that happened.
Wow.
The LARP trip with her family. And it would just be like 6 hours straight of me doing that. And she would not stop talking like while we sold tickets. I look back, cherish those. It hardens you.
Did you say something about horse girls?
Yeah, that sounds like very much like horse girls were confident because
There was horse.
they lived in a world where they were like they probably killed it in their horse game,
Right.
And they're combing horses. They're like that would give
Yeah.
you a lot of confidence. Anybody in the
I went
sport.
to a high school with horse girls.
Yeah, and they have the long ponytail. They're going and they're dealing with like livestock, and then they come
Yeah.
into this world and they're like, ugh, these kids don't know anything. And then it like college hits and they realize that they've set up no skills to,
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the main dominant trait of a horse girl is that their parents bought them a fucking horse.
Right.
Yes,
You know?
true.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
When there's like celeb horse, Bella Hadid is a horse girl.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
She has
there's
a fleet of horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's different. Like that's like
Sure.
that's like calling like Lady Godiva a horse girl. You know, it's like that just like
Yeah.
it happens to be something you have when you're like ultra loaded, like
Right.
billionaire shit.
Yeah.
But,
When your
like,
dad, her dad also bought her.
Yeah,
a
like
face,
all of
so,
the
yeah.
Rothschilds are horse girls.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
like technically, yeah. John D. Rockefeller was a train boy.
Yeah,
but
the-
that's just because he like owned.
Yeah,
trains.
the Koch brothers are horse girls.
yeah.
That's like
I just thought of a guy who's
brothers are horse.
yeah, the Koch brothers are horse girls, dude. I just thought about I just thought about some guy that's like it's like, yeah, man, I just fucked a horse girl, but he just fucked a female horse. Like he just had sex. Oh boy.
There's a certain type of rich, like that's an extra echelon higher when you have like staff working at like you have like a horse barn
But
that
I'm
you
not
go to
right.
sometimes.
I'm not necessarily like because in Seattle there would be like horse girls, and they were like their dad was probably like a very well off contractor or like ran like a plumbing company or something like they were loaded, but it wasn't like they were still like working class mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're like maybe renting a horse.
And the girl like probably also had some clothes that her mom made. You know what I mean? Like very much like a backpack. Like they also had like an adolescence too, right? Because they like had been separated from all the like they went and did horse shit on the weekend.
Yeah.
They didn't go to parties.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. I think to become a horse girl, you have to. It doesn't count if you live in like Montana or something.
Yeah.
You're not a horse girl then if it's like a place that makes sense where a horse
If
would
it's
exist.
only
Being a
rural,
horse girl
right.
is weird when you're like in middle school and they go up and do their speech about like what they did on the weekend and they're talking about a horse and
Right.
you're like, where the fuck are you riding a horse?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
literally, where is there a horse within
Yeah.
100 miles of here? Like where are you riding this? Like that's what makes it weird.
Yeah, I was because I was like a skier. It's that weird thing where you choose a lane that is far away from everybody. I was like probably one of the best skiers in Seattle.
Okay.
But you can't get any pussy from a sport that is 100 miles away. Like, because nobody's going to see you be nice on the hill.
Right.
You have,
You're
to
urban.
print, you have to print out pics of you doing jumps.
I literally
In a
would try
Christ
to get
air.
people to watch videos at parties. I'd be
Yeah.
like, watch this. And they'd be like,
It's
no.
just you skiing really good down moguls.
Yeah.
It'd be like me doing like tricks in a park. Or
Yeah.
Also,
jumping
like
off a
it's
cliff.
you like when you're skiing, you've got so much stuff on, like you can't even tell it's you
No, yeah.
necessarily. Like it's just a guy wearing a lot of clothes
don't
and
even wear a
goggles.
number, you
Right?
know?
That's
Like,
not a bad idea to just steal pro clips. And
Yeah,
just
you
post
can
them
just-
up on the gram.
because
you
no
can
one.
just play a video of any guy skiing.
Yeah, this
and
is
be
me
like,
in Alaska last week.
Yeah,
no
that's
one
me.
knows enough about skiing to be like, oh, that's Throm Grommelskull, the Danish champion.
Yeah.
You fucking liar.
Well,
That's
did
the
you-
Michael Jordan of 45-degree downhill.
I mean,
or
did you
whatever.
know any like ski girls?
I did, but here's the problem.
Any
is
snow bunnies?
There's like one girl for every 8 guys, so it was a really
Oh, yeah.
competitive market.
Yeah, fucking my kind of ratio.
Dude, yeah, that's the type of shit I get into.
That's the type of shit I like, bro.
Did we ever talk?
Hell no! Hell no! I'm not spending any one-on-one time with these fucking females. If 8 of my friends can't come,
Yeah.
fuck that shit. Dude, I'm not with any commitment. If I'm fucking you, 7 other people are too. with
7
me.
other professional skiers also got a smash in this cabin.
There was a lot of that though. A lot of like people piling into cabins because like
Yeah.
one kid's dad would have a cabin,
Right.
and like a dad always like buys a cabin and then they go there like twice a year, so it's just empty.
Yeah.
And then you'd have like 8 dudes and 2 girls, and 2 people would hook up, and everybody would just like sit there pretending to sleep, having to listen to 2 people hook up. It
Brutal?
was brutal.
That's what Montana.
Yeah.
I went to school in Montana for 1 year, and it was like that. There was
Yeah.
like the guy to girl
Yeah.
ratio was so fierce, and I was like, I still had heavy virgin energy, so I wasn't even like in the running. Like I was not.
Yeah.
I looked around first couple weeks, and I'm like, I'm not trying to play this game.
That is the worst feeling in high school, is when just like people like people who are like they're having like teen drama, they're feeling bad all the time, and you're like, I could not be further removed from the. I'm not even like
Yeah.
at risk of.
Oh, you didn't?
being-
Did you fuck as a teen?
No, not really.
No, same.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I
yeah.
I
Well,
went
you
to-
were you were popping off,
but I
Andy.
didn't. I had like weird hang-ups because I don't know why. Because I was raised by women or something. I like thought sex was special. But
Ha ha ha.
yeah, I was like waiting for it to be special.
I had respect.
But I chose the path of I went to Lake Tahoe for my first 2 years of college, and everybody the average age was 25. I was 18. I didn't have a fake ID, and there was one girl for every 8 guys. I was hardcore jacking off. There was
Yeah.
nothing. I was I literally, and my friends would text me from like these crazy party schools like Cal Poly, and they'd be like, dude, we just had an orgy in our dorm, and I'd be like, I saw a lady today.
yeah.
Was it? Did you try to show girls videos of you jacking off?
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
how good I am at this.
You're on
them-
the slopes showing them videos of you jacking off.
So many guys got in like fights in our dorms, like fist fights over girls. I mean, I did,
Jesus.
dude. I got in one, and I wasn't even like chasing a girl. I was like there's very few parties, but every once in a while you'd have to go to some cabin that's like 50 miles away into the wilderness. And I got like, I literally asked some girl from my dorm, like, hey, where's the beer? I like leaned out the doorway to ask her that. And some guy like that wanted to hook up with her or something just was like wasted and mad at me. And he like kicked a door into my head. Like my head was in the doorway, and he kicked the door, and it like knocked me out. What? And I like woke up in a car like driving home. And later he pulled a gun on everybody, like a shotgun. It
Yes.
was his house.
Whoa.
He like kicked everybody out by like pulling a shotgun.
Dude, that's sick. He's like
Did
John
he still
Wick.
get laid?
I like woke up so confused, and they like explained why he was mad, and I'm like, dude, what? I was like asking her where like cups were or something.
Imagine
thought I was
that
trying to-
happening.
shotgun.
He was like trying to steal. I
What?
thought I was trying to steal the girl that wasn't his, like that type of guy. You know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, and a shotgun for sure.
That
It was
type of
Montana.
shit that type of shit rocked. I miss that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That would be cool to get into that stuff as like
Adults.
Yeah,
You're at
just
a
to-
bar and you're just talking to a girl, and another guy's like, I like that girl. And then you fight outside.
Right. Just like fully in your 30s. Like,
that's
two men in their 30s.
Yeah, you're in like suburban Fairfax at a
Right.
Bonefish Grill.
Well, that's a
You're at Hard Times Cafe. Like,
that's what those guys in Dupont Circle were doing though. The guys who were just like sitting on the bench with their heads
Oh,
in their
yeah.
hands, they were doing that as 30-year-olds.
Right.
That's fucking tight.
yeah.
They were as 30-year-old adults who like probably work for the Department of Agriculture were like, damn, some guy was talking to the girl I was talking to, motherfucker.
Yeah.
All girls are the same. Damn. She told me it would take 10 minutes to break my heart.
Yeah, the
Goddamn.
mix of people we saw last night was wild.
It was all Yeah, it really is the center of the
It's
pentagram.
a demonic
man.
city.
Yeah,
That
awful.
Dupont Circle is demonic, dude.
And it's funny because also in that mix of government workers is you have all the embassy workers too, so you get this weird like international vibe.
I would have been down to
Yeah.
find some Saudi embassy people and party.
Yeah, that party was.
That
lit.
would've
They're
been
not
party.
that shit. They're balling out somewhere. Like
They're
Yeah.
helicoptering somewhere.
Right. They're doing.
No, they're smoking hookah in like just a suburb. They're all in
I
Arlington.
feel like the stuff they do is either like it's super cool, like it's some fucking underground club where you have to give $10,000 cash to go
Yeah.
in, and they're just doing like cyber fentanyl and having like fuck android orgies, or they're just like 37-year-old men with neck beards. Who
They're
are,
going to like Twin Peaks.
Yeah, who are like smoking hookah and playing Call of Duty and
Yeah.
eating Twix. But like inside a Boeing 737.
Yeah.
That's like the only two things. Like they either act like they're just the most elite, most insane nightlife, or they just act like how a 14-year-old would act if they had billions of dollars.
I could see them going to Tilted Kilt. You know
Yeah.
what the- yeah.
Oh, what's Tilted Kilt?
It's like a knockoff Hooters, but
Yeah.
Scottish themed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's some. I
The
think of it as an
tilted
Illinois
'cause
thing, but
somebody
I
has
know
a
it's like a
boner.
national thing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tilted Kilt is.
It's so funny because
It's
Hooters
dire.
is like Hooters became super redeemable because they do have good wings. Like if
Yeah,
you
they
like
do
wings,
literally
they
have
have
good
like
wings.
top tier wings.
Right.
So there's a reason to go there.
Yeah.
Besides like getting a boner and just sitting down and eating food.
Right.
But Tilted Kilt, it's like there's not really much excuse unless you want like a Monte Cristo sandwich or something.
Right.
You're like
Yeah,
a super,
yeah.
I really need some Celtic food right now and to
Yeah.
see a bra.
Dude, dude, I am gonna get that French dip sandwich, and then maybe like a gust of AC will blow one of the kilts up.
Guys, I have
Fucking
some bad
awesome.
news. Every
Uh-oh.
tilted kilt coming up on Google Maps is permanently closed.
Oh,
they
wow.
tilted too
It's
far.
another thing Obama took from us.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Twin Peaks though?
I'll check it out.
Twin Peaks that's like mountain themed.
Yeah.
It is weird that people were like, I just want to do a Hooters spin-off and just do the exact same thing but a different genre of
did
food.
you hear there was like that news story a couple months ago that it was one of the like millennials are killing blank things, but it was about how like people don't care about Hooters anymore, and one of the things they said is that like younger people don't care about boobs as much.
Or they
nowadays.
just I kind of remember that, but it's like they don't need to like go to a restaurant to see a
to like
boob.
see cleavage.
You could just
Yeah.
literally
Yeah, like-
Google boob.
Right.
I do like the idea of the government doing it like it's like a
Yeah.
milk council thing, but like for tits.
Oh, what?
Like just like it's like when like the beef council or the milk council is like
Yeah.
actually
Oh, yeah.
it's very healthy to consume this. But
Yeah,
it's
they
for
have their
tits.
own lobbyists.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
healthier than there's poop in the ass. You get sick from it. Tits, babies literally eat from there.
Yeah, it's Hooters, the swimsuit issue of Sports Illustrated.
That's one of the
Yeah.
funniest things that's happened in America. Like that was like a running joke in the 90s. Like, oh, my dad's getting the swimsuit issue. I bet he's
Yeah.
gonna jack off.
Right. God damn.
I mean, it was a big deal. I remember my
it
friend
was a
getting
huge deal every February. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You don't need to go to Hooters because nowadays you can just Google cleavage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
nowadays-
just open Instagram.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Well,
people,
sure.
people used to.
Well, you don't need GGW anymore because the girls are going wild themselves on their own terms.
Yeah,
on their
calm down.
They're showing pussy on Finsta. Bitches be showing pussy
well, it's
on
funny because
Finsta,
like
bro.
it used to be like people would have like a calendar with a hot babe on it,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
and like what?
Well, just
like,
one hot babe.
Yeah, think about
per
the
month.
function of that now. Like you
Yeah.
just look over and you're like, yeah,
All right.
babes are pretty awesome. I'm in an auto body shop.
It's like heavy military energy, like
Yeah.
painting a sexy girl on a plane.
Well, it's
Yeah.
heavy
Yeah.
like
Look over.
yeah,
and
it's
be
like heavy like deployed
I wonder if
military
you'd ever
energy. Like,
jacked off, like he like ran out to the plane, like
Oh, they were for sure jacking off to the
Yeah,
pin.
yeah.
But like he was like stuck on an aircraft carrier and just didn't have any porn, so he like ran out to the plane and jerked off on the
Well,
deck.
I don't know. Like
I bet there was like an amoral admiral who would be like, yeah, we need all the bombers now. I saw so many Japanese ships.
yeah, what's that like Twilight Zone episode where they look out and there's like a
that's
John
scary
Lithgow.
guy
Probably the
on
most
the
famous
wing.
Twilight episode.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
So it's that, but
Yeah.
it's that, but it's a guy on the side of a bomber
Jerking
off.
jacking off to like the girl painted on the plane.
There's no way those weren't like commissioned. That wasn't your job in the military to be like the sexy lady painter. It was just like some guy that's like, hey, I could do it.
He was like,
Yeah,
there
that's
was
a
there was a guy.
contractor
He was
for
like
sure.
the Terry Richardson of the
No,
military. He was just the best at drawing sexy girls at planes.
With
Yeah.
the military used to have very specified. Like I was like listening to some artist the other day, like talk about some famous artist who his job was like literally to take pictures during war, but like as an artist, not a journalist.
That's
And
interesting.
he was in the army. That was his position. In
That's
the army,
tight.
Was to take like, landscape photos.
Let's do that. Let's enlist and try to do a
Podcasting.
Army podcast. Good morning, Vietnam.
Everyone's job in the army is just like, I am the munitions kinesis expert specialist. It means I am the first to get hit by an IED in the event of that attack. I'm the liaison style officer in between the military and the Call of Duty franchise. There's just no one doing any art.
now
You
there's-
can work like at one point at least. You could be in the military working on that game. What was America's Army or
Americans are. I don't know why they had to work so hard on that game because it was literally just a reskin of Operation Flashpoint. That's why the game was good.
Yeah.
Operation Flashpoint was like, maybe like one of the key reasons why I was not a participant in the sexual world in high school. It was a hyper realistic
Yeah.
military simulator where like if you got shot once you just died.
Yeah.
So you'd just be in these games for like 3 hours with your friends and you'd be like, North 317 degrees. We have Op 4. We're attempting a pincer movement around enemy Op 4. And it's just like nothing would happen during the 3 hours, but like we really liked it. For
Your
some
wife
reason.
divorces you.
Yeah, are there like video games, like military video games that like where like you get PTSD and shit?
I have
No, well, the game it sort of sucks now because like games used to be like just like they self-admittedly stupid for the most
Right.
part. Like they weren't self-serious. Like Call of Duty, ridiculous games. Battlefield, ridiculous games. Like,
Yeah.
I was a huge Battlefield player, and like something happened in like 2014 or 15 where like video game makers were like, no, we're artists too.
Well, what was
And
that-
like I think you can do
Right.
that in single player games, but like for multiplayer games where you literally like you win like war dollars for being badass at the game, so you
Right.
can buy cool new guns. It's like
Yeah.
you can't like they just became self-serious and
Yeah.
like at the when they rebooted the Battlefield franchise, there's a mandatory single player mission where you just die in World War I a lot, and I'm like, I remember when like
I know the year you're talking about now because there was like for some reason it was like 2015 or 14 maybe. Every game had like some weird dream sequence where White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane would play.
Yeah.
And you're like high and you're having like PTSD and it's like a whole level where you have to
Right.
like wander around and find a letter.
Well,
like I mean like I'm okay with like serious stuff in like like Metal Gear Solids but it's also like less self-serious than this shit because for like Call of Duty to be like war is like the bastard's buffet. Man's cruelty meets the greatest honor and
One-
heroics of
one
the
whole mission is you
rifle
just
of the
read
battlefield.
Joseph Conrad.
Yeah. but it's like it sucks because it's like the idiots who made Call of Duty trying to be serious.
Yeah.
It's like those like they spent like literally every game. Like the first Call of Duties had some serious stuff, but they were like even still like when they were just about World War I and mostly single player, they were still like took themselves much less seriously. And then when they became like the COD that everyone knows on Xbox with multiplayer where you would just hear every racial slur.
What was
that
They were
mission-
just ridiculous. And then like in about 2012, I think it's because of The Dark Knight. They were just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
there's an evil that lurks inside men's hearts, and the flower that it blooms out of is called the rifle, and it comes death into the pussy of war. And you're like, what the fuck am I playing?
What was that mission where you were embedded with the terrorist group and you had to shoot
Russia.
You had to shoot up the airport?
Yeah, no Russian.
I think that
thought-
was the switch.
After Trump was elected, I thought it'd be funny to be like, I'm the liberal Twitch streamer, and you just play that mission. That's the only thing you play for like 9-hour stretches. You're like, take that, Vladimir Putin. You're just gunning down Russians in an airport. Thank you for the bits, Tom Steyer.
I mean, circling way back, but America's Army, that was, I mean, for people who don't know, that was a game made by the U.S. military as a recruitment
Oh, for
tool.
what console was this?
It was on
PC.
Oh, it was
But
a
it was
PC
like
game.
a
Okay.
Call of Duty Battlefield style game that people played. I mean, it was like a fun game.
Yeah.
Because
But it was a
super
recruitment
it was
tool.
super realistic. It was Operation Flashpoint. It was like, one hit to kill. The thing me and my friends didn't like about it was like there was no way to play as the Taliban, really. Like you were Army or Op 4, which is what they call the Taliban, but whatever side you were playing on was the Army. And so every time you wouldn't shoot an Army soldier in it, obviously. Like every time your enemy would be skinned as the Taliban.
Yeah.
Whereas in Counter-Strike, you just get to play as a terrorist.
They should have the balls to just make a full Taliban game where the U.S.
That was
military
definitely like
is the
wasn't
enemy.
that like an outrage like sort of like post 9/11 is people doing like shitty flash games? Where you would-
kill
was
Osama
like-
bin Laden.
Yeah.
You would go to addictinggames.com and it's like the rape bin Laden game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be George Bush fucking bin Laden.
Yeah. I remember my dad had a game on his Mac called Barney Carnage where you get to shoot Barney with a bazooka.
Awesome.
I've been thinking about that so much. Just like the people in the there was like they felt like I think it was like after Cobain died, people were like, well, there's no more transgressive stuff. They're
Yeah.
like, I got
Right.
it. We have to. I want to fucking kill Barney. He's a pussy. Barney's fucking gay.
Yes.
After Cobain died, we had to find the realness he brought somewhere else.
I thought it
by
was
making
so
songs about
cool.
how Barney's a gay guy who we have to kill.
I mean, when I was 7 years old, I loved it because I used to watch Barney, and it was my way of expressing, like, I do not watch that baby show anymore. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't know why my dad and his friends had the game. Like 40.
Why did your dad have
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. Like, oh, that thing that my kids watch, what if I shot him with an AK-47 and he got bloody?
Right. Your dad was 10 years old. My 10-year-old father.
By the way, it's the only time I've ever seen him interact with a game.
Did you
Like
guys
the-
ever play Leisure Suit Larry?
Oh, we've talked about it.
We've
yeah.
talked about Leisure Suit Larry. I had never actually played it.
Where you just walk
Yeah.
around and go auga.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a pickup artist game.
Yeah.
I really
Speaking of the
wanted
live
to.
pod, a guy kept on doing the
Yeah, somebody saying auga last night.
Yeah, who the
Oh no.
It was
Yeah.
Leisure Suit Larry. He's a
Yeah.
Kennedy Center
Yeah,
donor. He made a lot of
who-
money from those games.
guys? Who was Auga guy? Twitter, do your thing.
Yeah.
Get this guy fired.
There was some guy that kept yelling Auga at the Kennedy Center. I don't know who he was.
We're getting him fired.
We're
There was
getting him
some-
doxxed
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Oh, we've talked about Extreme Beach Volleyball, Dead or
Oh, yeah.
Alive.
Dio,
Extreme
that
Beach.
was the fun. I remember
That was
like,
so- 'cause,
I
like,
remember like
boobs would
taking,
bounce.
taking like a
Yeah.
90-minute train ride to my friend's house and being excited to play DOA beach volleyball, and it was like
Yeah.
I had access to a computer. Like, what the fuck?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been replaying Final Fantasy games, and every time I search for like a specific, I'm trying to get out of a place where I'm stuck. But like the top results will always be guys complaining about like they lowered her bust size in the remake. Like Princess Renoa. Like her necklace changed, which means her boobs are probably smaller.
Yeah, imagine just
powers.
Like playing DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball at like such a formative time in your life where it just sort of like has molded your brain. And then like every time you have sex, you're just like, oh man, the motion graphics on these tits, awesome.
Technology.
Whoa,
these
this
days.
rocks. I mean, that's basically like I love what I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love watching boobs move.
Yeah, it
That was
all
one of
goes
the-
back to Dreamcast.
Yeah,
for
what
you.
can I say?
I love college.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is awesome. You know, this 4 guys sitting in a hotel room. You know, talking about boob video games.
Yeah.
This is the life.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they make a documentary about us.
Hell yeah.
the original pussy hounds of comedy.
We put on Reservoir Dogs. We all just continue vaping.
just vaping, and then like we also just like watch videos of DOA beach volleyball on YouTube, like picture in picture with Reservoir Dogs.
Everyone's
It's so fucking cool.
Every once in a while, I'll get some like weird reply to a tweet from some guy. Like the other day, I got one that was like, "Yeah, guys with podcasts love making fun of regular people." And I was just like, "What the fuck do you think being a podcaster is like? What
You're
in your
just
head?
a hyper regular person.
What do you think we do?" It's actually more lame.
Yeah.
It's way more lame.
I'm-
You don't have to sit down in a hotel room and like be inside in the middle of the day recording this.
Right. I love.
No, it's like a beautiful day out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful,
It's a
day.
beautiful
We're
day out, and we're like, "Yo, I remember jacking off 15 years ago." Yo.
Like we're in the city for one more day.
No, yeah.
And yeah, we could be exploring so many landmarks.
You also
right
have
now.
your entire family, which is like
Yeah, your
3,000
family's down
miles
the
away usually.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
But we're
talking
doing
about
this.
jerking off.
And I don't know if the podcasts have anything to do with this, but maybe it's just us. But
It
yeah, I
could
mean,
be.
like me and Andy and Felix were like, I mean, there's all these museums we haven't been to, all this stuff, and Felix is like, "What? How about we buy a PS4 and just play?"
Yeah, I wanted to play the new Call of Duty. Look, I've seen all these museums.
Go buy a
It's 80
PS4.
It's 80 degrees out. I just want to play the new Call of Duty.
I want
Really
to do
bad.
Exactly
It's
what I'd
80. You're saying 80 degrees, like that's like a problem.
Yeah.
It's a huge problem.
It's fucking
prohibitive
80
temperature.
degrees
no,
out.
that's awful. That's dog shit.
You expect me to walk outside?
No,
right now?
absolutely
I
not.
think it's 90 degrees.
Really?
Holy shit.
What the hell?
85 or 87.
Really?
87 degrees.
Yeah, no,
Mm.
fuck that, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of hot out.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
we're gonna have to buy a
video
PS4.
games.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it, boys.
I'm going to go see a movie.
Just any movie.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we did it. We did.
We
the
did
thing.
it, baby.
boys.
We'll have the live podcast on Patreon this week. So if you're not a
Yeah.
patron, that's a good one to sign up for because I think it was a really funny one.
No, that was a great.
Yeah,
witness
it's
us
it's a good app.
Just
it's maybe better.
embarrassing
It's-
the Kennedy Center.
and this is a good episode, live episode. Better, I would say.
I'd like to think though that JFK, if he was looking down, he would be enjoying it. He was a horny man.
Yeah, he would have
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, he was a perv.
Plugs. I will say Sunday, October 13th, San Francisco. I'm gonna be at Cobb's Comedy Club. Please come to that. And if you're in LA, like I usually do my show that day, but I won't be in town. Jack Knight will be guest hosting. Do you have any plugs? Andy?
Just check my calendar. I got a bunch of club dates coming up.
Yeah.
I'll be opening for Christelle Alonso a couple days in October, but all the dates are on my calendar.
You're gonna be making nightclub appearances.
Yeah.
Bottle service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
showing up at Safari on the Potomac for Mahogany Wednesdays.
I want to plug. Oh, well, thanks for coming out. Everybody came to the
Yeah.
show last night. Thank you for coming. It was
Yeah,
a
it was
great.
really
I was
fun.
afraid that there was gonna be like a bunch of randoms that don't
Just
listen
like
to the
Kennedy
podcast.
Center
It was so fun.
members. and
Yeah,
stuff. It was
every-
really
a
fun.
packed house of
Yeah.
listeners, and also I'll plug Jamel Johnson.
Yeah.
He's can't be with us today, but
yeah.
He's
Shout
got
out
a
to
pod.
Jamel.
He's live in LA all the time.
general big shout. I like want to give an overall plug to Jamel.
Just
Follow
in general,
Jamel.
Yeah.
Follow Jamel. Broccoli House.
Yeah. Also, he's single. Yeah. Fuck
Ve-
Jamel.
I want him. I want
Have sex with
Jamel to get a
Jamel.
sexy girlfriend.
That's such a funny thing to like.
That's what I
feel
want
like,
for my birthday.
Damn. Like, I really hope my friend gets a sexy girlfriend.
Hey, what are friends for?
Yeah.
I
No, that
could
would be
want that
cool.
for him.
A Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a sick kid watching his friend go on dates.
I mean,
Yeah, dude, I gotta get a sexy girlfriend, man.
I mean, I'm rooting for him. The
Yeah.
only the last thing I heard about his dating experience is some girl was like, "I'm watching South Park right now," and he was like, "Oh, great,
Oh
have
yeah,
fun."
that was a bot. He did find out.
Oh, okay, it was a bot. Yeah.
No, but Jamel, you know, he by the end of the Northwest tour, A Tinder girl drove him to the airport after he lost his phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think Jamel has great boyfriend potential.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he'd be an incredible boyfriend.
Do you think I would be a good boyfriend?
No. Sorry,
You
brother.
don't think I'd be a good boyfriend now?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
What? Why are you?
Compared to Jamel?
You're cock blocking me on our podcast. You're trying to girlfriend block. It's all good. Hey, anyway, thanks. Yeah, come at San Francisco, October 13th.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.